Okay, how we doing out there tonight in YouTube land? We've got a really nice surprise for you tonight here at the compound. My name's Bry. I'm out here. If you couldn't tell, I was working on the latest project I got is the four-wheeler or ATV dump trailer. Okay, and what we've got for you is you've seen the portion that has the lower frame, and I put the hinges on it where the the box of it will rotate. But what I did tonight is I've actually settled on a plan for the actual box. Okay, and I want to give you a kind of a walk around here. Hold on a second. All right, so take a look at this. Let me get you off the tripod. Okay, this is the situation, and believe it or not, this is thin wall steel. Okay, it's a pretty nice steel. It's a steel that I'm going to use for this project, obviously, and it's also a free steel. These pieces right here are 1.5 inches by 2.25 inches. And just let me show you how beautiful that steel is. There's still the mill scale and the markings on it where they've made the steel. Now, we have a local tractor supply where I live, and they throw these skids out. Now, they're big and they're cumbersome, but if you've got a trailer, you can load them up and you can bring them home. And, you know, there's a couple little war wounds on them here and there, but, you know, you just got to take a flapper disc and clean them up, okay? So this is the front, all right? This is the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some thin gauge steel in here for the bottom and the sides. And I really like the way I finalized on this situation. Well, let me just show you something first. I'm not trying to brag on the welds because I'm not a professional welder. But when you have good equipment, like the Hobart 190 handler, and you're using a MIG gas, you get better results than flux core. Here's the situation, people. These, over to Harbor Freight, these welding wires that they have, the Vulcan, I mean, look at that. That's a nice welding wire. It comes out nice and it flows nice. It burns in nice. You get right into the parent metal with that. But what do you think of that? Huh? It's got that wedge design. I kind of like that. Now, what I did here on the top, you notice how I laid this flatwise this way? So what I may possibly do, in the front here, I've actually hung it over an extra 4 inches. And the reason for that is there's going to be a little headache bar here, a little headache rack. Okay, that I'm going to be able to hang my chainsaw, my chains, and so forth up in here. And maybe even a shovel or whatever we need in there at an angle. But yeah, so what I did here, this took me a little bit of time tonight, maybe 3 hours. But what I did is I welded it all the way around. I had to flip it up and weld it on all the sides here. Okay, we got good welds burned in. And let me tell you something. She's sturdy. She is sturdy. It's a lightweight steel, so it's really not that heavy. It will dump nice. But I'm not trying to make something like a car hauler here, people. This is for my four-wheeler. But take a look at that. It's 6 feet. Okay, now this, I couldn't have done it really as easy without that saw right there. Look how nice and clean the cuts are with that saw. And that's the Evolution saw. Okay, I got it a little while back, but what I'm thinking is if I want to really beef this up like later on, I'm not going to use nothing this thick. I may wind up, hold on a second, hold on. Hold your horses. There's a couple options I could do here, people. Okay? So if I want to make like an additional 6 or 8 inches of height here, I can very simply build some stake racks for the side that screw on. Okay? Now that's way too tall, but you understand what I'm saying. I could make them 6 inches or 8 inches high. I could either use the 1.5 by 1.5, or I could use something like this. Something that's 1 inch. Okay, maybe put a base on it, and then go ahead and turn around and come up with a little more height if I need that. I don't know. We're going to actually, I know I like this design right here because I'm going to be in the woods with it. And if you think about it, even topsoil or mulch, it will flow out of this nicely because there's going to be a metal sheet all the way in here like this. And there's also, I may run a couple more smaller pieces in here. I'm going to show you what I got. This is all free steel, people. But this is like little angle, right? I can actually clean that up and put it just for a little bit more support, which I think that's what I'm going to do. You really don't want to go with too much heavy stuff here, but that's just for like the sheet to kind of take up some of the distance in between, because those are 2 feet. Now the other thing I could do, I have plenty of this. I could come across here with some 1-inch. And that's actually a little bit beefier. I'm probably going to do that. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Let me get out of the light here. The situation is, hold on a minute. Let me get these readers off. This is a plan that I've came up with on my own. Other than the base of it, I took a guy's idea off YouTube. And I've watched probably 100 videos. But everybody's got like a different design. Some of them, let me bring you over to the table here. Let's get you over. All right. So there's a lot of designs out. Oh, here's the other thing I want to tell you, people. When you're welding, right? Get you some acetone or denatured alcohol, okay? And you see how I've got that written on there, denatured alcohol? Okay? You want to, if you're going to add something to a bottle out in the garage, you don't know who's going to be using it or possibly grabbing it, thinking it's water or soap. You want to make sure you put on there what it is. But anyway, let me show you something here, people. There's a lot of people in line that do it like this. They'll come straight down. They come over at an angle. Then they come down again, okay? And then they come up again. Then they come over. Then they come up again. I just don't like that design, okay? I don't like it, and I really like the way I did it, like this. And like I said, if I want these pieces, I can make them where they're removable. But if you look at this dish, I mean, let's get a tape measure on this. And here, I want to show you something. I've been buying tape measures, but look at this. Harbor Freight's got these Duralocks. I think they're $7.99. It's a pretty good tape measure, but just to show you what we've got here. Just under 4 feet, so it's like 47 inches, right? But look at the distance we have inside here. This is really, really nice. It's a very deep dish that's like, if I'm throwing logs in here, and when I say logs, I'm talking 6 to 8 inch pieces. And this is a 6-foot trailer. So if we turn around and go even 8-foot pieces, right? When I build the gate on the back, it's going to be down about a foot or 18 inches. Okay, we'll be able to span them logs in there, no problem. But yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish the headache rack on this on the front and give you a bird's eye view of what that looks like. But I just wanted to give you an update on this. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of projects that I do, and I say to myself, yeah, that turned out pretty darn good. I'm really happy with this one. This is going to be a game changer when the neighbors are driving by saying, where in the hell did he get that trailer for that four-wheeler? And you know the name of the game, people. You want your neighbors to always be wondering what's going on. So they're going to be wondering, that much I guarantee you. Now, we don't live in a city, but let me tell you something. Don't think that ain't strong. I tried to pull that apart. I put my arms and legs against that and pushed on it. That is a very sturdy situation. And now when I put some real thin gauge steel on there, and when I say thin gauge, I'm thinking something, you know, I have like an 1/8 inch piece that I could do on the base of it, but I really don't want to make it so heavy. There's situations that you can put, regular, like trailer gauge steel on it. I want to say it's like 8 gauge or 7 gauge, 10 gauge, something like that. I've got to go to a local place around me, and I'm going to go grab 2 sheets of it. This way I have enough for the bottom, the sides, and the ends where the headache rack's going and the tailgate. But I couldn't be happier with it. I'm really proud of it so far. And I just wanted to give you guys an update and tell you the situation of what's going on. Let me put you on the tripod for a second so we can have a conversation. Hold on a minute. I got to get you on the tripod. Okay? So, the situation is, we're happy with it. We're happy we put that dish in it. And any kind of dirt and stuff's going to just flow out nicely. I'm really thinking that's going to be, I went the right way with it, you know. And I just want to give you an update on the gloves, okay? So the Harbor Freight, hold on a second. The Harbor Freight gloves, I got 2 different pairs. I stopped welding with these ones, okay? And I'll tell you why. You get a little spark or a hot piece in there and it goes right through this little deal and it burns you. You quickly realize that this is for shoveling and doing other type of material, not for welding. These ones now, on the other hand, I've had really good success with these, and because a lot of times you're right close with the welder. And I do have actual welding gloves. They're just so cumbersome. I actually like wearing these. But just so you know, these are $7.99. The other ones were $9.99, and I'm really liking these. But that's the deal there. We've got, oh, I wanted to show you this too. Now, take a look at that. Do you see that, people? Throw this, even though this is a brand new disc, throw it out. It's no good. It's no good anymore, because what happens is that's going to catch a piece of steel and this thing's going to shatter like glass. Now, even though I wear a respirator, even though I wear safety glasses, and even though I wear a face shield, you definitely don't want that going through your arm or your hand or anything. This is no good now. Okay, and you need to throw them out when they get like that. So I just wanted to show you that. What else can I show you here tonight? That cutoff, the cutoff saw, that right there, that's a must for your shop. Okay, that's a must. And I can't say enough about this light right here. I really, really have been utilizing this table way more now. But the welder's working flawless. The Vulcan wire is amazing, and it's just as good as Hobart wire, in my opinion. You want to make sure you're wearing your glasses if you're using a plasma cutter. These are for the plasma cutter. They're made for that, or for torches or anything like that. And what else can I tell you other than we're getting progress on the trailer. We're happy. It's been raining every day, but we haven't let that dissuade us. We haven't let that put us into a position where we're just sitting in the house, going back and forth to the refrigerator. We're keeping on track with keeping ourselves active and busy. We're working on things that need to be done. And when we get this trailer built and it's in full fruition, this is when I think the video, when you see that one, you're going to look back on this and you're going to say, if it wasn't for the steadiness and the staying on the project, you would have been able to benefit from it when you're out in the woods. But I'm really looking at this and I'm saying, this is going to be a game changer for the compound. This is going to be a thing that when I'm hauling this out in the woods, this is going to be just such a joy to be able to load it up and bring it up front with them bigger tires that doesn't wreck my grass, doesn't make ruts, and it doesn't wreck my trail. My trail system, I don't want to have big ruts in there. I want to be able to walk that physically, or I want to be able to run my four-wheeler through there without being all over the place. So we've got about 10 acres out there, and we definitely don't want to destroy it. We want to make sure we have nice trails, and we want it comfortable so that when the deer come up through there, they're taking the path of least resistance, if you know what I mean. But we're happy with it. We've got a lot of progress. The heater's been working wonderful. I've got that on the thermostat right now, and unless that gets down to 55 degrees, you won't hear that thing run. But I've got to get in the house, and I've got to get some, I think my daughter's bringing me chicken wings tonight from a local place, and we're going to enjoy those. There may even be a slab of pizza left in the refrigerator, which I don't know about you guys, but I like cold pizza sometimes. And we're really, really happy with it. Let me give you one last look. Look at this baby. I am just really, really happy with the progress. And I know I did the work, but it's like, still kind of makes you happy to stand back and say to yourself, you know, she's almost ready. And she's sturdy, and she's ready to go almost, and she's all mine. And I'm really, really liking it. But let me know if you guys are interested in one of these trailers, because, you know, if you're from this area and you say to yourself, that might be something I might want, you know, I'm always looking to stay busy. So I'm not saying I'm trying to sell it to you. I'm just saying, you know, maybe I'll hook you up with something, you know what I mean, for your specific needs. So you got to give your boy a shout and let me know what you need, and we'll take a look at it. We got free steel all the time. I'm getting more steel. And there's another place down the road for me. They've been throwing out 3/4 inch plywood, half sheets, nicely cut, and they're throwing it right out. And I just go down there and pick it up, and I've been storing that too. So we're going to do a little project with that 3/4 inch plywood as well. But right now, we're doing what we're calling the trailer build. And she's going to be a beautiful dump trailer for that four-wheeler. And I'm telling you something right now. I've got my four-wheeler under wraps, and I've got my zero-turn under wraps. I've got them all covered up outside. But as soon as this project gets done, they're coming back in the garage, okay? But rest assured, they're in good shape right now, and they're being maintained and taken care of. But we're happy with what we've got so far. And the last thing I'll tell you is, these here, I bought these. This is my second pair of, what are they? They're tough built. They're supposed to hold 2,200 pounds collectively. Let me tell you something. If you don't have a nice set of sawhorses, get these sawhorses. You need these. They've got the little pockets here for, like, you can run a 2x4 in between them. But these are sturdy. They have you can adjust the legs individually. There's like detents in there. And we're going to do a review on that here shortly. And I'm going to give you an update on that particular set of sawhorses. But let me tell you something. You need them. Now, I used to do a lot of woodwork, construction, house building, stuff like that. And they're always come in handy. But let me tell you something. For metalworking, they're handy. You need them, people. You need them as much as you need a plasma cutter. I mean, come on. You need some equipment, or else, what are you doing? You're working on the ground? All right, this is Bry. I've got to get on down the road. My stomach's touching my spine right now. I got to go.